It's good to see you again, obviously,
Good to see you.
after seeing on the blue carpet for season 1.
I love this.
I'm feeling your suit. I saw you from over there. I was like, yo, I need to get your Taylor's number.
The powder blue, you know.
We're on brand. We're on brand.
I wanted to start by giving you your flowers. Because, yes, you, man, yes, you, because your performance in season 1 especially, I really appreciate the moments where you communicate when you're not speaking. When other characters are speaking to you, and you have this ability to storytell through your facial expressions and your body language.
Well, thank you,
That
brother.
it's such a talented thing to do, and a lot of actors, it's a gift. Either you kind of have it or you don't, or you kind of learn how to do it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to give you the flowers because
thank you for that,
you
brother.
have such an ability to do it, and I feel when you're playing Maximus, you're able to do that, and I'm able to read. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Because
Yeah.
the way he's, you know what I mean. So it brings me on to my question.
Yeah, here we go.
So with your character, I feel like he is one of the only ones in the world of Fallout where he has a moral compass amongst everyone in the Wastelands who are like, you're not out for cold fusion, you're not out to get revenge. You're always kind of trying to do the right thing, even in the moments where, you know, Maximus
He does the wrong thing.
Yeah, he does the wrong thing. It's like he's trying to survive because everyone's trying to survive. But even in those moments, he's still trying to find the right thing to do. Where is your character's mindset in season 2, where we left him?
Well, he's definitely, I think, you know, one of the things that always brings me back to Maximus, or like at least gets me excited to show up to work, is he's a reminder to myself that we are not our worst choice. You know what I mean? Our worst decisions don't define us as people. As we all get older, you know, we look back and we think, oh, like there might be some things that we've done, but they haven't defined us. You know, it is that spirit or whatever that thing is inside him, and it's, I think, a beautiful thing that we get a little bit more in depth into Maximus's backstory, which they had told me before we started the first season. But for the audience to get, you know, invited into that secret that we had in the first season, and know that there's this thing that he's come from that he can't let go of. You know, I think this chance meeting with Lucy in the first season is one of the things that sparks his memory of this older thing, this thing he's always been in conversation with, but it's almost like putting words to that feeling.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he's a little bit though trapped at the start of season 2. You know, it's like the last thing that he would wish for currently, to have that suit, to have that promotion, to be that guy for the Brotherhood of Steel. But it's also all he ever wanted when we started season 1. So we get the chance to see what that relationship with Lucy and what that has done to him, and how these dominoes start to fall in the second season, you know?
Ooh, you're getting me excited, bro.
Yeah.
So I love that you mentioned Lucy's character as well, because obviously there's a little love story going on there. How does that develop? I know it's hard not to give spoilers.
No.
How does that kind of develop, or does it fall apart, or, you know?
Well, I don't know.
Anything you can tease?
You know what's beautiful? I actually believe that all 3 of these characters have this love story thing going on. Like all 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, and especially what Graham and Geneva are doing with these stories where they speak to each other even when we're not sharing the screen. What's happening for one of them is in some way mirrored or
Synchronized.
reflected. There's this beautiful pattern that they're doing with this trinity in the show. But it's developed, you know, in a way that I think we're all gonna love. I mean, we really are still just beginning, you know. Just like our first season really felt like, I keep saying, like the overture, you know, it felt like a good start to me. But now we really get to dive into the themes, you know, the new movement of music. You know, there's all these different instruments that come in, these new players, these new antagonists, and it really pulls and stretches with the themes that we started with.
I love that. And the Fallout lore is expanding. And
Yes.
one thing I do have to touch on. So Fallout, obviously, as gamers know, the NPCs in the games are like hilarious or really weird.
Really, yeah.
And there was one character in the opening of season 2. I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone right now, but I laughed out loud because I'm like, bro, this is the game, man. This is like weird stuff you see in the game, right?
Yeah.
So was there anything in terms of characters, or maybe like just tropes from the game that the creators kind of wanted to do justice for the series that you can kind of talk about?
Oh, you know what though? I mean, we found this beauty in taking these original characters, you know, through this world. there are things because of New Vegas.
Yes.
To tease a little bit.
Oh, everyone's
that-
excited for
That
this.
you really have to just get excited to see.
Yeah.
But again, we also hit the ground running in a way where, we're unpredictable. Is the best word I could use. So whether you think you know what's going on or not, you will be surprised. And I clap. I applaud Geneva and Graham and the work they do on the scripts to always even keep us getting each script guessing.
You are so good at avoiding spoilers, but
Yeah,
still
no.
teasing like.
No. And I'm kind of saying it.
You're saying it without saying it.
Yeah.
You're so good at this. Okay, so obviously there's so many vaults in the Fallout world, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a few, and some weird stuff was going on.
Yes.
Are we gonna see any more?
Oh gosh, you can't have Fallout without weird vault
Exactly.
stuff going on. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's also, gosh, that's stretching even beyond our second season. A little bit is getting to the bottom of things. One of the things I love about Moises' character, and his storyline is that sense of that detective mystery, sort of genre going on with his storyline. It's really beautiful to watch.
Have you seen any fan theories online? Or like memes that have made you
Be
laugh?
real with you? No, oh
Or like,
gosh.
of his fan theories, have you seen any fan theories like, yo, that's kind of close? Or have you seen
Fan
any
theories?
memes that be like, yo, this is hilarious?
No, I haven't seen any. I will say that if I saw someone even starting a fan theory, like, I just laugh at them because they're very, very wrong. They're all very, very wrong. Like, which is great, but it's memes. What is it? There's one I love, which is but that was just about me. It was that somebody said I had been built in a lab somewhere. That I was. Do you remember this? This is like Cuba Gooding Jr., Denzel Washington. So,
Oh, okay,
So they were like
okay.
trying to come up with names of like who is this guy? My brother sent me that one. He was
That's
like,
jokes.
I can't. But I try and avoid it. Otherwise,
yeah.
I just I don't know. It's like, if everybody praised you, you would have to be in conversation with that, and if everybody like hated you, you'd have to be in conversation with that. So it's best to just,
I love it. You're just locked in.
you know what I mean?
You're
Yeah,
you're
you
locked
just
in,
gotta
stay
put
locked
those
in.
blinders on.
In terms of season 2, okay, there's obviously so much that's gonna happen. What are you excited for fans to kind of experience and have that moment where like, yo, that's the one? You know what I mean?
Oh man, you know what? Even beyond the show and what you get to see in the show, I'm really big on the analog, realistic way that we approach this thing. Like, we're shooting on film, we're building everything out from the suit to the death claws. You know what I mean? The death claw's big. I mean, it takes 3 people to puppet a death claw.
Wow.
And it's a massive undertaking. The team at Legacy did an incredible job with it. They even brought my kids into remote control of
way.
the death claw for
That's
a little
so
bit.
cool.
Yeah. But it's, I don't know, the work, the effort, the detail. Everybody really felt like they were flexing this year. If anything about season 2, it really is so exciting to me to see how we had the chance to play it safe. I think, and we kind of went for broke.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. And anything in the set of New Vegas that you're excited for people to see?
In the set of New Vegas, honestly, the world, the set itself, Howard Cummings and his team, it's gorgeous, and it's fully built out. We've taken over a little town square
Yeah.
and transformed it. I mean, the work they do is just incredible. But it should be an installation at Disney. You know what I mean? It should be somewhere because it's. I wish everybody could experience what I get to on a regular work day.
Yeah, it's like you're like a kid in a playground, right?
Truly.
Literally. I always ask these in my interviews because I feel like it's really important, especially with someone such as yourself who's kind of reached a certain part of your career. There's a lot of actors and creators that follow myself and the platform that we're on. What kind of advice would you give to them? Aspiring actors, aspiring writers.
To actors and writers, I would maybe 2 things. Be a cinephile. Watch everything you can, because I think everything these days is adaptation. And blending of adaptation. Become a really good adapter.
Okay.
One of the best things I've learned from Jonathan Nolan, who I think is the best at it. From Dark Knight to Fallout, like, he knows how to adapt something.
Yeah.
The other thing would be get invested in cameras. If you want to tell a story through a camera, just know cameras really well.
Wow. Okay. First time I heard that one.
Really?
Yeah. First time.
No,
I
it's
heard
everything. If you can imagine how it should be shot, I think it makes you a more detailed writer. And acting, if you understand how different you look on a 50 versus a 180,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's you know where your proscenium is. You know
Makes a
what
difference.
you're doing.
Bro, I could talk to you for hours and hours.
Same. Same.
But
Yeah.
gotta go, man. It was such a pleasure.
Thank
Such a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you, brother.